Hey artists, happy Valentine's Day. I know that today looks differently for everyone. It could either be something fun, something negative, or just a day you really don't think about. But whether your Valentine is your partner, a parent, a friend, a child, your pet, or just simply yourself, I want you guys to remember that someone out there truly loves you. For today's video, I just really want to spread the love to whoever needs it, from artist to artist. So here are a few of my very talented, amazing friends of all kinds to share why they love music and to give some loving and caring advice to other artists. I hope you guys like it. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Welle and I'm a singer-songwriter. I love music because it saved my life. It was the only thing that kept me going on, even in the darkest times. And music is my dimension, my safe place. And I remember that there was always something whispering to my heart. Remember why you are here. Remember why you came to this world. You need to protect this and to keep this thing alive. I just can't imagine my life without music because music is my first love, my identity. And it's a process, you keep learning every day, and it's a crazy journey. You evolve and you get to know yourself better, and you get to know how to express yourself better. And to the artist that is watching right now, I just want to say this: don't be afraid. Be who you are. Each of us is unique and we need you and your music. Remember to be kind to yourself and remember to give yourself time. And you'll be ready to share your voice with us. Thank you for being here. I love you.
Hey guys, my name is Barbie La Vie. I'm a singer, rapper, songwriter, performing and recording artist. Thank you so much, Michelle, for allowing me to be a part of this amazing video. I love music because music is the one thing that is universal. It's all over the world. Everyone can relate to music. I do music because I love to inspire people. I love to help people. If my music can make somebody feel good, then I've done my job. I have so many ways to express music. I sing it, I rap it, I also write songs, I perform on stage, and I get in the studio booth and I record music as well. And each one of those aspects of being an artist makes me feel different, but they're all gratifying feelings. And it's just so great because you feel like you are, in a sense, controlling the atmosphere. When you're on stage, you're controlling the atmosphere. You're engaging with the crowd, you're performing your music, and the crowd is feeling you out, and it's such an amazing feeling. You literally feel like you're on top of the world when you're on stage. It's so dope. I love it. I honestly don't know who I would be without music. Music gives me a sense of identity. It is who I am. It's not just what I do. My biggest song is Body Positivity. It's a song about loving yourself and embracing your body, no matter what size, what shape you are. Just loving and embracing yourself and loving and embracing others. And that's an important message to put out to the world because I feel like sometimes we get trapped in societal standards and we want to look a certain way. And then you start kind of looking at yourself in the mirror like, well, should I look this way? And I hate myself and I don't like the way this looks. And you know what? If you don't like the way something looks, you change it. And if you don't want to change it, learn to embrace it. And that's what the message in Body Positivity is. So I believe that that is my biggest record because it has a very powerful message. I cannot let go of music. It doesn't matter how old I get. It doesn't matter how long I've been doing it. I just can't let it go. It's just stuck with me forever. It's in my blood. I chose to be an artist because that is what makes me happy. And I feel like if we're going to be in this life temporarily, we might as well be happy, right? We might as well make a mark while we're here. And I feel like since music is universal, if I leave my music behind when I leave this world, people will always know how I made them feel.
Music is everything. Without it, I do not know where I would be today. One of my biggest fears is not being able to hear music when I get much older. So for everyone out there making music, thank you for contributing to the sound of the world because you're helping so many people and you're doing such an amazing thing. by sharing your creations. My advice to everyone out there, whether you're an artist, creative, dreamer, whoever, keep your dream alive. Even if you could only do your dream a little bit every day or a little bit every week, keep breathing air into it. Keep it alive. Don't let it become a dusty thing that you threw under your bed and you look back in 20, 30 years like, how come I didn't pick this up? I think you'll thank yourself.
Hi, my name is Sandi Joy. I am a singer-songwriter out of New Jersey, and I am here to answer Michelle's questions. The first question was, why do I love music? I love music because, quite frankly, I don't have any other choice, and I wouldn't want any other choice. I was born and raised in a household full of ridiculously gifted musicians, so everywhere I turned, there was music. It was an undercurrent, it was an overcurrent, it was a constant presence. I learned about James Taylor before I even learned how to multiply. I learned about the blues. I could understand the blues before I had my first boyfriend to even have the blues. So it just became my primary language, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And I knew once I matured enough and was able to step into it in a way where I could use my voice and use my heart with it, I reached the point of no return. There's no going back now, and music is a constant for me, and I love it. The other question was, what advice would I give? Presuming I'm giving it to anybody who's embarking on a music career. My advice would be, as cliche as it may sound, don't write music for other people. Write it for yourself first, and let it reach the people it needs to reach. Because in doing that, your heart is going to speak directly to the people that your song was intended for. And it may seem contradictory, because to be lucrative in this industry, you kind of have to sell yourself a bit in a way that might make you inauthentic to yourself. But if you're able to stay authentic to yourself and still sell your story, you're already ahead of the game. And the music you create out of that is going to be the most organic, heart-driven product that has an intention. Just like every person here on earth has a purpose, every song you write has a purpose. And it may be just to reach one person, or it may be to reach 50,000. But you have to be confident in giving that song its purpose, no matter how big or small it is, because this is a product of your heart, which is so much more valuable than the commercial aspect of it. And when you go to the grave, I believe the satisfaction of knowing that everything you did was the most authentic pieces of art that you could create. I can't imagine a better way to rest in peace. So that's my advice, and do with that as you will, but either way, just enjoy every step of the process, no matter how frustrating it might be, and shine bright.
Yeah, the reason I love music is because, I've been doing it since I was 4 years old, and at the time I didn't know how good I was or the effect that it was having on the people around me. But once I came of age and realized that I had a gift, I figured, why not use that gift to help other people figure out what their gifts are, So, yeah. Another reason is because it's just feeling the crowd, when there are people or any fans, really, when I hit a certain note or sing a certain song or make a beat or whatever I'm doing in terms of stage presence or performing, even if it's a YouTube video. I know every performance is me showing someone a part of me that can help them along their journey. And at the end of the day, any advice that I could give to any upcoming artists, just stay the course. Don't give up. And one of my mentors told me, amateurs do it till they get it right, and professionals do it till they can't get it wrong. So do it till you can't get it wrong. If if you want to reach out, my DMs are always open. If you ever want to just talk, I know mentally it can be taxing and mentally it can drain you. So if you want to reach out, my Instagram is Wally Sings for You. That's WALLYSINGS, the number 4 and the letter U. Thanks everybody. Have a great day, Michelle.
Hey, my name's Sam. What I love about music is its ability to travel through time. What I mean by that is that, you know, the more you live, the more songs you've heard, and the more those songs remind you of places that you've been, things that you've done. You know, sometimes you'll hear a song and it takes you back to middle school or high school or even when you were younger. So the nostalgia that's attached to music, and as musicians, we're providing a lot of those memories for people, and we're there for them, you know, when they get married, when they have their first baby, when they have their first love, or all those memories can be attached to music, and that's what I love so much about it. Some advice that I would give to younger artists would be who you are, find your voice, stick to that, never give up, and you know, take your time building that. So it's okay to get a side job. It's okay to, you know, work as a waiter, work as a waitress while you're building that career. But eventually, sometimes you do have to take that plunge, and you got to take a step of faith and just believe in yourself and just go for it.
To answer the first question of what it is that I love so much about music and I guess making music, the number one thing would most definitely be that it's a way to connect. It's a way to connect with people on a really deep level, because music is one of those things that allows us to be our most authentic selves. We're able to say things, we're able to let ourselves feel things, we're able to relate to things that we may not otherwise be able to get to at that deep of a level when we listen to music, when we sing along with it, when we hear a song for the first time and we can sing all the words because we know it, because we felt those things ourselves. Those are the things about music that makes it so important. It's such a big connecting factor for so many people, and I think it's a really amazing tool because of that. Also, just something inspiring, and so I would say to go along with that, as an artist, what's most important to me about what I create is that it is authentic and that it is genuine, that I'm not holding back from what I'm feeling, from what I'm thinking and what I'm writing, that I'm not trying to formulate it to fit some sort of a standard or appeal to a wide mass of people, or to try and get this effect or get this effect. What I write is just raw thoughts and feelings. They come from a place of inspiration that's from within me, not from without. It's not me looking and saying, I want to address this issue of something that's going on right now, or I want to write this song about this. It comes from a feeling within me that I have, and it just, the words come and the music comes. That's how it works for me. And I think that when we engage that part of ourselves, when we write and when we create, people can relate to that. They can feel it. They can feel the authenticity. They can feel how genuine it is. They can feel the rawness and the depth there, and they can relate to that part. So I think for me, I would say that that would be my note of inspiration for any artist out there, is just to be you. Don't worry about trying to appeal to this audience or that audience, or trying to be, you know, popular or get seen or this or that. Just write what is true to you, write what you know, write what's important to you and what means something to you, and that will translate to the people that it's meant to translate to.
It's your girl Sakina Iman, and I would love to tell you guys why I love music. One main reason being is that music really transcends all boundaries when it comes to human identity, when it comes to race, class, gender. All these things are completely stripped away from the being. You can have someone of every race, age, background, creed, all listening to Taylor Swift and just like jamming out. I feel like music does that, and it's a powerful thing to unite people of all different backgrounds who feel so different on a regular day, but when it comes to like their favorite song, they feel like they are the same person. They feel like they can relate and they're brothers and sisters. Music actually helps a person to be their most authentic self, because you'll find in this culture, people put so much weight on the outside appearance, whether it's your looks or your clothes, and music really helps a person to look within. You'll find that someone who, you know, on a regular day they're a lawyer, but when they listen to a really deep song that just takes them to another realm, they are a human being who feels and thinks and bleeds and cries and laughs and loves. So I feel like music humanizes us. The last thing is that it also does give you some individuality. It humanizes us, it makes us unite and feel like we're the same, but then it also gives us that beautiful opportunity to show how we're special. The LGBTQ community, when it comes to Lady Gaga, when she came out like guns a blazing, and even Madonna really paved the way for that energy. But I feel like, you know, Vogue and all those things, you can sense that there's an identity attached to certain types of sounds, and I feel like that is an empowering thing. When you know that Vogue comes on, you almost look for like that person who knows how to Vogue to like come on a dance floor, and usually it's a person of the LGBTQ community. There's certain types of music that that kind of like goes with a certain group of people. It just brings out that individuality that is respected. What advice would I give to an artist? You have to be your own number one fan. Do not try to seek validation from every single other person beside yourself. You have to seek validation within self. You have to be the one who loves your music the most. Your decisions are your God. Like, that is your God. Your decisions, your intuition, it really truly does come from God. So you want to really follow the God within and make sure that you're completely and utterly being authentic to your heart and your spirit. There's really no failing. There's really, no matter what, you're going to be a success when you follow your truest love and desires.
I love music because of the way that it transcends language. Like, I can listen to something and it can resonate with an emotion that I'm feeling that I have no words for, but the music just like fills that, and I can feel something from it. And also the way that it connects people, because it's like and I don't have words to communicate something that I'm experiencing or feeling. I can write music and share it, and other people can experience that same thing or something different even without me saying any words. And sometimes I don't know how to put things into words, and like the things I'm experiencing in emotion. And so I think music is a beautiful way to communicate and to share good things with other people. And one piece of advice that I would give to my fellow artists is to create every single day. In 2021, I made an album every single month for a year, and the only way I was able to do that was just creating a little bit every day and working on these albums, working on this music just a little bit at a time. And it was so much more manageable, so much more doable to do that instead of trying to just do these massive chunks of time. And so also I think it helps us to not get too burnt out on creating and making music when we just do it a little bit at a time. So even at the most, maybe just like 3 hours a day working on stuff, and at the least like 5 minutes, like at least like pick up the instrument and write a little bit or play a little bit or record a little bit. But as long as you're doing it every single day, you're going to get so much better at songwriting and recording or just playing music or singing or any of those things if you just do it every single day. And all of a sudden you'll have all this stuff that you've created, and it's just that little compounding interest of putting in the time and having patience, and eventually you'll get to where you want to be.
My name is Big Chris Flores. I've been in the music game for about 25 years. I started playing music when I was 13, guitar, Moved to Cancun, Mexico, and played salsas, cumbias, merengues, and reggaes, and cha-chas, and then singing in a rock band at night. And then I came back to California and got a degree in commercial music at Musicians Institute. And then from there, I ended up getting lucky. Well, not really lucky, because I sent out resumes and worked my ass off to get a gig, but I ended up getting a gig with Babyface over at his private studio, where I got to work with Rolling Stones, En Vogue, Michael Jackson, Kenny Loggins, Usher when he just got signed. So, you know, I've kind of got a lot of styles that I've been sponging up for all these years. So I would say probably first and foremost, as far as the music industry goes, my advice to someone who's struggling in music or really wants to do music is, whatever your success level you want to be, whether it's a performing artist, whether it's music for TV and film, whether it's, you know, a band that gets big famous, the one thing that's pertinent to all of those is that you don't get so caught up in making it that you don't enjoy the come up. You know, don't get so caught up in, oh, I've got these shitty songs, oh, nothing's going anywhere, and just getting yourself down, and just enjoy the process of getting successful. And that means failing many times and learning from those mistakes, because that's almost as important as making a hit song, is knowing that that's not the way to do it. You know what I mean? And in the music business, it is not easy. So if it was easy, you know, everybody'd be doing it. You know, so it's the people that stay in the music industry and keep doing it are the ones that are going to succeed. Some are going to do it a lot quicker than others, but the most people are going to be a slow come up. So yeah, that's very important. It takes years to build a fan base. It takes years to build a clientele. It takes years to make all these connections, and it takes 2 seconds to lose it all. You know, if you're not putting in the effort and you're not doing the best you can do every time, then someone's gonna get a hold of the one that you didn't do your best on, and they're gonna show that to people, and they're like, I don't want to work with him, or nah, she's not a good enough singer, or you know what I mean? So learn how to do everything. Learn how to produce yourself. Learn how to write. Learn how to hear the notes. You know, if you're just an engineer, not just, but if you're an engineer and you're not a producer or not too affluent in music, at least get a good ear. Take ear training classes, so that way you can create harmonies, or you can come up with harmonies, or, you know, just learn how to do a little bit of everything in music, you know. And that's probably the few pieces of advice that I would have, you know. So anyway, hang in there and definitely have fun, you know. Don't be so caught up in making it that you don't enjoy the come.
Hi, my name's Sean, and I'm guitarist, singer-songwriter for a band called The Missing Frets. I'm originally from Durban, South Africa, now based in Maryland, USA, and I was given the opportunity to talk to you a little bit today by Michelle, invited onto her channel just for a little bit of inspiration. The band I'm currently in has been around for about 9 years, so I've been in the industry writing songs as a songwriter for about 15 plus years. And what inspires me most about music is I think it's such a powerful medium. Of all the arts, I think it's the medium that can connect directly to the human emotion most effectively. And that inspires me, knowing that we can write songs that live on and affect people for years to come. The thing is, the music industry is a real tough one to conquer, as we know. And if someone's starting out as an artist, my advice would be to create art that moves you, not with the listener or audience in mind. And if you have a calling, if you feel that you have an inner calling for that art, that music to come out of you, you should funnel it without the end result in mind. I think it's important to remember that the reason we began is so that we can create this thing that inspires us. I know Michelle's channel is one that is about the unsure artists becoming sure of themselves, and I think from that perspective, if we're able to focus on the passion within and not think of the end result, I think it's a lot easier for us to create art, to create music that people will connect with. Some of the most valuable piece of information I received recently was a quote from Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act, where he suggests not trying to create your art as if it is the piece of ultimate accomplishment, but each time is it an experiment. Because if it's an experiment, we learn from the progress, and the journey is constantly evolving. Most of us try to create a song, which I've been guilty for, to be the song that is going to define us, instead of an experiment that is allowing us to express what we feel in that moment. Just want to say thanks again to Michelle for the invite. Good luck on your music journey, and we'll see you around.
Hi, I'm Dre Hilton, musical artist, entertainer. Music has been a part of my whole life. My dad is a pastor, so I started in my dad's church playing drums. Yep, drums was my first instrument. It was very early on where my parents discovered that I had a strong passion for music, even as a kid. My dad tells these stories on how we would be riding around and I would be sitting in the passenger seat, and some good music would be playing, and I would put my face up to the radio. He said it was then when he was like, okay, let me put my son in drum lessons and get him hooked in with his obvious passion, which is music. Music is definitely my first love. I love music, different styles, different genres. I love any artist that can tell a great story, any artist that through pen and through melody, they can make you feel what they are talking about. When I was a kid going through tough things, music always saved me, and even as an adult, music still saves me. Music breaks all barriers. It brings people together, even people who don't speak the same language. If people from a different culture, different nationality hear a rhythm, a certain melody that they like, they gravitate to it. Music is simply magic. Now, my favorite part of the music is the entertainment side. People know me from being an entertainer. You can take a song that people just hear on the radio for years. You could take someone's favorite song that they've been hearing on the radio for years, but when you perform it live, you give them a fresh experience of it, a more higher level of experience and excitement of their favorite tunes. I love entertaining, I love performing because I get a chance to express myself. I get a chance to release all of this energy that's always been inside of me. And I've been doing it for a while. This year makes 10 years that I've been performing professionally. Although I'm singing the same songs night after night, it never gets old. It's a different audience, just a different type of energy night after night. As far as advice that I would give anyone who wants to pursue music, I would say this: use your talent and create something that brings value to the world. That's what I have always done. That's why I've done children's music. Right now I'm doing old school music tribute, because people that's in their 60s and 70s, they want to relive some of the greatest moments of their life. So they like good old school classic music, and that's what I do. That's why I love music, and I'm gonna keep doing it forever and ever.
I love music because it's life. It is. It's literally everything. Without it, we would be lost. So that's why I just want to say congrats to every single artist, because we are the music makers. We are the people that create the music that everyone desperately needs. I'm saying it so many times, congrats, because we need to hear it. You know, we always say congrats when a baby arrives to the earth, but our music is very similar to that process, because when we release a song, it's going out to this world just like a baby. You know, we're creating it. It comes from our own soul. And that's just my advice to you, just to celebrate every step of the way, because when you appreciate the journey, you'll attract more goodness into your life and creations, and you know, you'll stumble a lot less, because I know sometimes we experience doubt here and there, and you just gotta take care of yourself in every way and celebrate every step of the way. So congrats.
I love music because it was a gift given to me from God. It seems to be that friend that's always there for me when I need it, and it really allows me to truly be myself. And it has really gotten me through a lot of big things. Whether they were happy moments or sad moments, music was always there for me, and it was always my way of expressing my feelings and getting my feelings out, and just music is really therapy for me. So I would truly love for my music to be there for others the way that music has always been there for me. My advice to other artists would be that whether you're in music forever or just getting started, to not lose sight of yourself or to lose sight of why you even got started in the first place. I think if you can remember those two things, you can really follow your journey and your passion with happiness and meaning. It's so easy to fall off track and to lose who you are when you want something so badly and you feel like you would do anything for it. There's a saying that I love, and it says, "The journey is the reward," and I truly believe that. And I just simply want to remind artists never to give up, no matter how badly you want to. Be yourself, make the music you like, and enjoy the ride.
So